Was it funny?
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna go sit down and open it. Oh, you dropped it again. Morning guys, welcome to day 17 of Vlogmas. Can't believe we're already at day 17. It's not that long left till Christmas and I'm so excited, and Layla is so excited, and that just makes it more exciting for me because I just love seeing her that excited about anything. Anyway, today is a work day. I was thinking about working from the local coffee shop today, but it's really miserable outside and I just don't want to go outside. That's the truth of it. And I'm obviously still going to do work at home. I've not been feeling 100% great the last couple of days, and I think maybe for that reason as well, it's probably best that I stay at home. Perry's just popped out to go tinker with the car for a little bit. He's just really excited to have a new toy to play with. So I've been working on the mix and match sweater for my friend's daughter. As you can see, I have bound off the body. So I was maybe a couple of inches under the arms when I picked up yesterday, and last night I basically finished knitting the body and just got to the start of the ribbing when it was time to go to bed. So I've just finished that off this morning. This whole section, this whole bit now is, I need to weigh the yellow yarn, but I think I used about half a skein of the yellow. And I used a whole skein of the pink rainbow one. I literally had to break into the second skein just to finish the last round of ribbing and do the bind off. So there should be plenty of yarn left to do the sleeves. And yeah, and then then I'll weave in the ends, block it and send it off to my friend. So yeah, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get it done in time so that she'll get it for Christmas. We didn't like arrange a specific time to do this. We literally only talked about it end of last week about doing this trade. So it was a very last minute decision, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to get it done in time so she'll have it for Christmas. Oof. So since I last checked in, I've just been outside helping Perry move the Mini. For some reason it won't start, and he's figuring it out. I'm sure it's something fairly simple because he managed to drive it here fine from his parents. It's just, it won't start. But it was parked outside, and with the Mini, that style of Mini, not really designed to be sat outside in the weather. So it's supposed to be somewhere covered and dry. It's not the most weather sealed car. There was like water getting into the boot of it. So anyway, I helped him push and push and push that car into our garage. It wasn't a very long distance, but that car does not have power steering, it does not have a good turning circle, and it is heavy. So it took the both of us pushing and shoving and all sorts to get that into the garage, but in it went. So finally getting on with some work. Hey guys, so it's a little bit later in the day now. It's almost 2 o'clock. I'm taking a slightly late lunch break, having leftovers from last night's curry with some more veggies, and yeah, just cracking on, having a productive day so far, which is good. I haven't done a lot, but what I have worked on has been quite productive. I've essentially gone through my notes on this pattern again to come up with 2 neckline options, because that seemed to be the popular choice. A lot of people were saying they either like the wider neckline, which by the way is, on me anyway, isn't wide enough to show my bra straps if I wasn't wearing a t-shirt underneath, or and to have an option for a neckline that's slightly closer. It's not going to be super close around your neck, but it's going to be about 1.5 inches closer. At least according to my calculations, that should be correct. We shall see. I might have to re-knit the yoke just to try it out and see if it works, but that should be fine. And I'm just going through and reworking the sleeves. I realised once going through my notes that the gauge in my finished blocked sweater is ever so slightly different than what my gauge swatch was, which is what I did my initial calculations based off of. So I've gone through and I've had to redo everything from the beginning, for both the narrow neck option and the wider neck option. So with the narrow neck option, it's just a little bit of extra info bits at the beginning, and then once you get to a certain point, the instructions join back up again with the wider neck option. So then it's only a little bit at the beginning where the instructions are separate, and then it joins back up and the rest is the same. So I'm trying to simplify it where I can. So I'm just getting the basic structure of the design sort of mapped out in my notebook, and then I'm gonna type it up, and then I have to include information on how the patterning works and all of that lovely stuff. I think I might even do a tutorial for the garter in the round without purling, because it's a pretty simple concept, but I think sometimes it's nice to have a visual reference for that as well. Anyway, so have my lunch and then I'll be back to finishing off this pattern, or at least the initial draft in my notebook. Me again. It's now a little bit later, it's almost 3:30, and I finished planning through planning through this sweater, and I've just taken some time. My brain was a little bit frazzled after all the maths and all the calculations and double checking numbers and all that sort of stuff. I took some time and I did a little swatchy swatch for these yarns that are going to be used together in a sweater. So let me turn the camera around, I'll show you. Okay, so I actually cast on at this end and then bound off at that end. I tried a couple of different variations. So first I went from the darker yellow through straight to like the darker brown, and then to like the reddish brown to the red, and I wasn't quite happy with that transition. It was quite a stark transition, so what I then did was I transitioned the red back into this dark yellow, and I actually prefer it going from the yellow down to the reds into the brown. If you look at it from this section, I prefer that sort of color change. I then also did a version where this is going into like my marling. There's some solid sections in between each of these transitions, and I did it where it was all just marled all throughout, and I, again, not a fan of, it looks like color blocking, which wasn't what I was going for. So I think this is going to be the option that I go with, starting with the yellow, moving down to the brown. So yeah, that's what I swatched. I swatched to try out a few different ideas, and now I'm going to go soak this and leave it to dry so I can measure the gauge. It is a little bit narrower than it should be for a gauge swatch, but because I knew I was going to try a bunch of different things, I didn't want to have 100 stitches cast on. That's what I've been doing for the last half hour, 45 minutes or so. So I'm going to go wash this. So I've almost finished adding another row pattern repeat to this sweater. This is literally the last little section of this bit. Perry and Layla just got home from nursery, so I'm gonna go say hi. In other news, I figured out a way to grade this shrug so that you can pretty much knit it using any gauge, I think. I still need to double check the maths, but I have written it in such a way that it's based off of your own measurement. So based on your measurement, you can pick what stitch count you need. It'll all be figured out in the pattern for you. So as inclusive as I can get with this design in terms of sizing is you just measure, there's a certain measurement you take on yourself, or you can get a friend to help you, and then based off of that measurement and your gauge, some simple maths, you can figure out exactly what stitch count you need, which is great. Hello.
The pizza was way. The pizza.
The police car was blocking my way, wasn't it?
Was the police car blocking the way?
Yes, Daddy.
Oh, Daddy's way?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. It's better now.
Oh, is it gone now?
Yes. No.
It's still there.
Oh no?
It's not dead, Mummy.
Oh, okay. Did you have a good day at nursery?
It will go away myself.
You were...
Myself.
Oh, okay. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Hey guys, so Layla is off down to go to bed. You can probably hear her in the background. Once again, Perry's doing bedtime because Layla refuses anything else right now, which is fine. Although last night, after Perry had done bedtime and everything, she was insisting that I go and tuck her in, so that was kind of cute. But yes, I think what I'm going to do now, I've just prepped dinner, so I've got to wait a little bit before I put the salmon in the oven, otherwise it'll be done before Perry's finished. But I'm going to start, well, I say start, keep spinning this loop bump. I started spinning this a couple of nights ago. I'm 3 colours in, so this is now the 3rd or 4th colour, I think it's still the 3rd colour. So it started out with like this fluorescent yellow, get this to focus. There we go, started out with this fluorescent yellow, then it's this lime green, and now we're into this like tealy turquoise blue, and then it goes through to a darker blue into purple. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. It is a 5-ounce bump. It is one of the bullseye bumps in the After the Rain colorway, and it's merino, angelina and nylon. So it's been a really fun spin. I'm spinning this to be a single, so I'm using my jumbo bobbin because it is 5 ounces, but also to have a slower ratio for a single ply yarn, so you don't want it to be like super high twist and all like kinked up and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. This is the first time I'm spinning just a regular single ply yarn on my jumbo bobbin, so it'll be fun to see how that turns out. Hello Hugo. Okay. And I'm still wearing this shrug because it's so cozy, and it's actually the best thing for me anyway when it comes to cooking and stuff, because the front is so open. It means if I splash food or anything on myself, it's not gonna get on my knitwear. Hey. I fed you, so you're not hungry. I literally just fed you 5 minutes ago. Come say hello. Hey guys, so we've had our dinner, Perry's got a work call, Layla's asleep, and I'm just sat here by myself for now. I'm gonna edit the edit the vlog, and then see what else I get up to this evening. I've done a bit of spinning, I might try and do a bit more, or I might run downstairs and grab a knitting project. We shall see what I do. Be sure to update you in the morning. I've posted a question, ask me anything thing on my Instagram stories today, because I'm going to do a Q&A on Thursday. So you can feel free to leave me questions below this video as well, or you can pop over to Instagram and leave me a question there. On Thursday I'm going to be filming a Q&A because I'm going to be out for the whole day, and it's not really the sort of thing that I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going up to visit a friend of mine who had a baby a couple of months ago. Early October she had a baby, and I wasn't able to go visit her any sooner. I had wanted to go see her sooner, but October was a crazy month. I was pretty much sick for most of October and half of November, and most of November actually. I was sick for about 8 weeks. I wasn't like sick, but I was sick enough that I didn't want to go visit my friend and her newborn baby and potentially get them sick. So I kept my distance, which she appreciated, and I said, look, I'm not going to come over and potentially get your baby sick just because I want to see you, sort of thing. Like, that's very selfish of me. Anyway, and then December started, and obviously for the first 2 weeks of December Perry was away, so I wasn't able, it's too far of a trip for me to be able to go and come back while Layla's at nursery. It's like, I think it's like three hours and maybe a little bit longer via public transport to get up to her and to get back. So just to give you an idea, I'll be leaving here at like 9:20 in the morning, and I won't be getting there till about 12:30, I think, maybe even a bit later. Just depends on the last leg of the journey. And And yeah, so I'm probably not going to film much that day, to be honest. Maybe just a little bit of footage from the train on my way up and down or something. But because of that, I think I'm going to record a Q&A instead to upload that as Thursday's vlog. So I'll either record the Q&A tomorrow, or I'll do it Tuesday, or I'll do it Thursday morning before I leave, and then I can edit it when I get home, sort of thing. So yeah, I think that's the plan. So like I said, if you have any questions for me, leave them below this video. It could be about anything: life, knitting, designing, podcasting, whatever you'd want. Parenting, if you really want to ask me questions about parenting, whatever you'd like, really. And as long as I feel like it's appropriate, I will answer it on Thursday or in Thursday's video. And like I said, you could either do it here or on Instagram. All right, I feel like I'm just repeating myself now. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.